today, Giovanni, it is a pleasure to be presenting you with your award on behalf of the European. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
As the fastest growing independent investment management group based in Luxembourg, Threestones Capital is gaining ground, where they've recently been awarded Investment Management Firm of the Year in Luxembourg. And today their managing partner, Giovanni Perin, joins us to discuss their journey. Giovanni, a very good day to you. Tell us about the formation of Threestones Capital. How did it start and why do you think it's been able to expand so successfully today?
First of all, Threestones Capital was formed in Luxembourg in 2009 by three partners. Maybe that's why the name Threestones Capital. And it was formed to invest in niche real estate asset class in Europe. We've been able to invest in asset classes where was basically untouched by institutional money at that time. But now we see increasingly institutional money coming into these niche asset classes where we invested. And that's why I think we differentiate ourselves between the others, being a little bit the pioneers in this sort of real estate business.
So real estate is one area, but what are some of the other services that you provide, and why do you think perhaps you've been able to really specialise in them above your competitors, that you've somehow left them trailing?
First of all, we invest in niche, as I said, niche asset classes. And in niche asset classes, sometimes you have smaller deals than in traditional asset classes, and where you can realize arbitrage due to inefficiencies of markets. So we've been able to identify these niche areas where few investors, because of various reasons, maybe because of the size of the deals, maybe because of the interest of the industry, what was not at that time in the radar screen, maybe because the intransparency of the industry, we have been able to attract investors, mainly family offices, into these areas, which now are regarded as sort of core investments by institutional now. But in 2009, 2010, that wasn't the case.
So this was brave territory that you were entering back
then?
Yeah,
we took some risks. It's true, we took some risks at that time. But we draw our DNA from entrepreneurial spirit. So it means that we are not afraid to go into new areas that can provide better returns in today's market.
But clearly it has paid off. But also as well, I would imagine that to operate successfully in your field does require a good knowledge of the local market and also the ability to execute a deal very quickly. So how have you been able to take those elements and incorporate them in your strategy?
Yeah, in that sense, we are differentiating ourselves from the others because of in these niche asset classes, there are not so much competence in the market, and we basically create the competence and establish companies in every market we invest. And we have seen that with time, investors really appreciate the fact that we have the local knowledge, local expertise that also allow us to know the market very well and also source pipeline and deals that others maybe cannot source. And I have to say that we have a fully verticalized organization, and we are doing our job not only on the investment but also in the controlling, administration, accounting, asset management and property management. We do everything in-house, and we open, in the markets where we invest, we always have our own structure locally.
And that keeps it cost effective as well in terms of charges.
Exactly, also cost effectiveness. That's what also investors appreciated the most. And you know, in these niche asset classes, it's very difficult to find experts. And we basically create the knowledge ourselves.
And I'm fascinated by this concept of a niche asset class or industry. How do you go about identifying what those niche assets are and the ones which have the most potential? Because that's where the risk is. Get it wrong and you can get very badly burnt.
Sure, you're right. But we've been, in a sense, relatively prudent. We've been very entrepreneurial, but on the other side, very prudent. Because what we privileged is, yes, niche asset class that are barely untouched or were barely untouched by institutional money, but at the same time, not so much risky. because we like cash flows, we like established businesses, but in a sense, businesses that needs to be consolidated, to be amalgamated to create portfolios. That's what we like. So our business, our investments is really based on very solid cash flows and an upside potential when we exit our investments.
And those are really the traditional things that fund managers are supposed to look for before they actually commit money to a business or a sector.
Yes, yes.
And as I said in the introduction, you've recently been awarded Investment Management Firm of the Year. So how do you think you've been able to achieve this, and what message does that send out to your clients?
Well, I think, again, we have been driven by really an entrepreneurial spirit, and I think we have been growing very fast, especially in the last 3 years. We are very happy that this has been recognized in the industry. And I think what makes a business is the people. So our 3 partners, we are very, very committed to the business. We work day to day in the business. This is basically our baby that we are growing. And
it's a very big baby.
Yeah, no, we reached, we are reaching 600 million now, and we will be reaching probably, hopefully, the target is to reach $1 billion under management in the next year or so. So we are very active. We are continuing to identify new asset classes, and particularly in the niche markets. And we are issuing another fund next year. And this year we are consolidating our expertise in the nursing home business by issuing a 500 million fund, out of which we raised already 100 million euro.
So those are all the plans for now and, of course, going forward into the future. But if you and I are having a conversation at the end of this year, and I say to you, what will be the highlights, or what have been the highlights for 2017, how would you isolate them? How would you describe them?
Certainly 2017, it marks, it's a big milestone for Threestones Capital, where we launched our flagship fund, which is a 500 million equity fund, which will invest between 800 and 1 billion euro in the sector in Europe, covering not only Germany this time, but also Italy and Spain. And already we were one of the leading investors in the industry. Now with this step, we are becoming clearly one of the 2 or 3 leaders in the industry in Europe. So the aim is to expand, open office also in other countries. We recently, last year, opened an office in Rome, and we will for sure open an office in Spain this year, I think. So it's big growth, and we continue growing, and that's the plan, actually.
Okay, so you're going to be constantly busy.
Yeah, I hope so. We hope so.
You will be. Giovanni Perin, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, and good luck.
Thank you very much.